Yo, welcome back to the show, Real Recognized Real Podcast. I'm here with my beautiful wife. We're here to drop another
Hey.
episode on y'all today. You know, since it is our Lovers Weekend, it's really the Lovers Month, if you ask me. But I decided to have my right hand woman, my backbone in here to talk about love. So here we are. How you doing today?
I'm good in yourself.
Oh, you most definitely look good.
Thank you. You ain't too shabby. Yeah.
I heard that. But so let's get it on, man. I know everybody usually, thought we'd come in here and talk about different things like bash and love, but we're here to celebrate love, and I know it's a lot of people out there in relationships that know the ups and the downs relationship.
It's hard,
It's a task, man.
but
Seriously.
you gotta want it to fight for it, or whatever it is through the ups, the downs. It don't matter.
You got to be here for it all. And I will say, I wouldn't rather be here with nobody besides you.
Yeah,
you
me
know,
too.
honestly, it's a real deal. I know every day ain't perfect. We piss each other off. You know what I'm saying? We go through our moments, but I wouldn't rather have nobody else to go through this with. Seriously. For all my people out there that's in relationships, just understand for the newbies, man, that it's a lot of growth in this. It's not an overnight thing.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
And communication is such a major part. If you don't want to communicate, it's never gonna work.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And for fellas, let me tell you something. We gotta listen, cause we gotta do a lot of listening, man. I know that's hard for a lot of us. It's easier said than done on my behalf because I preach communication, but I'll never talk about listening, right? And, and you know how I get sometimes. I come out and I say different things, but I got to take the time and actually listen to what you're saying, to feel exactly where you're coming from, and that's not easy, but it's worth it.
It may sometimes you don't want to hear the stuff that's coming out each other's mouth, but it got to be said. It got to be talked about,
Thanks.
or you're not gonna move past it because it's always gonna be like in the back of your mind, like, dang, I should have talked to them, or I should have told them how I felt or what I wanted, and yeah. So communication is everything in a relationship,
It
a
really
marriage ship, a friendship,
Facts.
any kind of ship.
Facts. And that's what all relationships in life. I mean, dealing with your people, your siblings, whoever it is, like my wife said, your friends, whoever. I mean, it's a major factor, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when you have people in your life that love you, you want to cherish that. It's not just in relationships, it's in life in general. I appreciate everyone that's in my circle that we get love from, that love us,
Yeah, I do too.
For real, I do. I really do appreciate the moms, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate the haters too that feel like we always unhappy or we're not doing so well. We're always doing good.
Right. And
We're
even
always
though,
doing.
yeah, it's funny though, because people take pieces of your life like a movie and they say, oh, well, this is that and that and that, but don't understand that's part of the struggle.
Right.
We 10 years in the game plus, and a lot of times people done counted us out many times. I mean, I remember when we first got together, people thought this was a disaster.
Oh yeah, we wasn't gonna make it because they got married too fast. Oh, they don't even know each other.
Right.
Oh, this and that. But next year will be our 10-year anniversary.
Yes,
And
congratulations.
our 10-year vow renewal on somebody beach somewhere.
It won't be Galveston Beach.
It won't be.
Oh, and you already confirmed it. Show the hell ain't gonna be California, unfortunately.
Sorry.
But hey, when you make it that far, man, you do have to do it
Happy
big.
wife. Happy life.
Facts. And that's another thing, man. It's not easy, man, but that's a fact. I used to always think that was something biased that people would say, oh, happy wife, happy life. No, seriously. You want to keep your mate happy, but man, we ain't doing nothing if our wife ain't happy. Because when y'all set the tone of the household, I'm gonna say that. Like, if I come in here and act a fool, and the kids, everybody get over it. But when my wife is down, the house is down. And I'm just going to say that straight up. So, yes, a happy wife, happy life, man. If you don't take that time to please her.
A happy wife is a happy husband.
Facts.
No
Facts.
complaints.
Nah, I mean, it's worth it. It's a two-way street, though. It is. It's worth pleasing you because.
Yes, ladies, you are allowed to spoil your man, too. Just because he a man doesn't mean he don't want to be spoiled. He want to be spoiled, too. Take him out on dates. Have some pop-up gifts. Just the little stuff they like. If they drink beer, have a six-pack when they get off on Friday. It's not a lot, but it's something. They'll appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. The consideration, it goes a long way. I talk to a lot of fellas, and that means a lot, y'all. You don't have to always be the PS5 or the new Jordans or whatever the case may be. The small things, especially for men, because a lot of people don't think that men like that kind of stuff, and we do. We do. We like to be cooler than we really are, but trust me, that thing make us melt.
Yes, and please stop getting them these baskets with these draws and drinks, and that's not what he wants. He don't want to tell you, but that's not what he wants. If you listen to your man, he gonna tell you exactly what he wants.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Just like we said earlier, it takes listening, even on both sides. You know, on both sides, it really do. Because honestly, if you paying attention to your mate, then you will figure out what they're about, what they like, and what they don't like. But you got to pay attention to them. You know, don't assume you know. That's one thing I will say that I learned throughout this process, and as I'm growing. Please don't assume, man. It don't hurt to ask what they like sometimes and what they may want sometimes if you don't necessarily know. But get it right, you know. That way you ain't got to do it again. But the most important part is studying your mate and learning that person, because seriously, that's everything, you know. Seriously, I'm serious.
No, it is.
You know, your personality and all that, because in order for sometimes for me to get certain things for you, I gotta go deep into like your personality and what you might like and the way you think about things. Because sometimes the way I think about stuff, it be nice, but it be far fetched. Like, you know what I'm saying? It be coming from more of my perspective and not yours, and that's what we do lose sometimes. But hey,
I get a lot of help from the boys too. Cause I be wanting my style, but I want a man's perspective on it, and our oldest son is a lot of help.
Well, that's a good thing about having boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, well, you pretty much enlighten our children about me. I ain't gonna front. I'm not gonna front. You help them out.
What to get dad? What to get dad?
They do, man. But you know, that's the thing when it comes to having a family. You know, it's really a joint effort. I realize that, especially with my kids being older now, it's a big deal. You know, they can really help a lot. You know, you got to use that tool, because honestly, just like us, man, without them, who would we be? We don't just do this for us. I do this for the family. She do it for the family. You know what I'm saying? And my happiness come with the whole bag. You know, like we enjoying each other tonight. We have our times where we enjoy each other, but I miss them. You know, I really do miss them. You know, it's good to get your, one-on-one time.
Yeah, I know. When we go out of town.
Facts.
Trust me, they blow us up the second day. We
right.
are coming home. We are coming
But be too cool for us when we at home.
Uh-huh.
Like seriously, like this weekend we got blessed. Everybody, they want to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. We got some time to love us. But trust me, when we go out, they be on our helmet, and that makes us feel. It may feel good too. You know what I mean? To know that they're not too cool like I be thinking they are. You know what I mean? Because I do miss them, and no matter. I think the older they get, the more I do miss them. They bust, because I start thinking about them not being around so much. You know, you get used to that.
These kids not being around.
I know, right?
They gonna have their own place still at our house for dinner. Well, what did you cook?
Well, you know, I think I just try to prep myself for that. Even though I hope, you know, they say you prepare for the worst, but you hope for the best. You know, and I believe that our kids is gonna be tight knit around us. You know, I think we some pretty cool damn parents. You know, I will say, but I just try to prepare in a sense that just in case, you know, when they do get off and they only living their life, that if they do spend time more often than here than there, then it is what it is. But I believe, like you said, that they will spend the time. They come back home, you know, because even our oldest right now is actually moving on to her own little establishment, and that's all she talk about is how she wants to still come from dinners.
I'm still coming home.
And I love it.
I'm still coming before I go to work.
Right, man. So I just want to say, man, that it's deeper than just you and your wife. It's a family. Embrace it all. It's all one conglomerate of a whole unit.
And we are a blended family.
Yes, which we chopped it up about before, and I think that got so much love, man. Yes, you're right.
And it's funny because it's like couples day, but our kids, like the boys, get me something for Valentine's Day, and the girls get their dad something, and I get the boy something, and he gets the girl something. So it's like a family affair with every holiday with us.
Facts. I mean, y'all know all my listeners out there. Y'all tap in. Y'all see my background. That's my kids. You know, I know y'all use number one dad and dad, all that. That's my kids. And I wear that. Of course, that's why I got it on the podcast and everything else, because it's my trophy. You know, that's a blessing to have my kids love like that, to admire me and what I do. And I appreciate that, because a lot of times, you know, the moms, they get their clout, but the dads, you know, we get it too. We do get it. Most of us get it sometimes, but it's the work you got to put in too to get it, you know. And I'm not afraid of that, you know. I'm here for mine, especially I say this because I'm a man, but my girls, it's a big deal for me, man. I know my boys, they like me. They gonna do their thing, you know, even though they softies too. But my girls, man, I always feel like it's important to be at a certain point in their life like that, because that teaches the man that want to be in their life how to be. You know, it shows
what kind of man.
What kind of man, yeah.
In their life.
Yeah.
And a mother is what kind of girl your son wants in his life.
Facts.
And I think I carry myself very well for these kids.
I would say, if they don't acknowledge the hard work and everything you put into, which I know they do. I know they do. My kids are the only kids in high school still make sure they get a lunch every day.
Mom packs their lunch every day.
And they get good lunches at school. I'm just saying. So that tells you something, man. So, you know, like I said, like I admire that. That's some of the things that I do, that it's not just the sex and what we do. Those type of things make me fall deeper in love with my wife. You know, I love that. You know, I see you dedicated to that. And that makes me say, yeah, you know, this is dope. You know, when you got somebody that cherishes the right things, like there's their parents and their children and stuff like that, then you know you're on the right path. I mean, if they love you, they're going to love you the same, you know, and that's what you want. You know, I feel like even though sometimes, and not with our kids and nothing like that, but sometimes we love out there in the world, our friends and different things, and they don't get reciprocated. But one thing I can always guarantee is when I come home, that I get that back. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
even from our dogs.
Right. and Ellie done showed some love in some of the old podcast episode. He made his noise, and he's still here. But yeah, we come home, they show us love, and that's everything, man. That's everything. That's why I want to talk about love. Like I said, it's in general things. Like it's not just one segment, it's everything. You know, it's the whole family bond type situation.
If you don't show your kids or your mate love, then who will?
Facts.
Who will show your kids how to love?
Facts. And that's the truth, because they get it at home, you know.
And they see mom and dad. Don't get me wrong, we have our ups and we have our downs. I be mad, he be mad. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, the kids know, like, ain't neither one of my parents going anywhere.
Facts. And that's one thing that they can carry into their relationship, is that unconditional love, you know, knowing that every day is not going to be perfect. It's going to be a battle sometimes, but they just don't see the battle. They see the upside too. You know, growing up, when I was coming up, you know, I seen a lot of battle. You know, I seen a lot of battle, and that's why it detoured some of the cats in my age range of thinking different about relationships, because all we seen was like our mothers and grandmothers and people like that was doing a lot of fighting, but we didn't see them getting a lot of reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? So that's how, honestly, Valentine became one of my favorite holidays. I know people think that I'm born in February, for the ones that know, that's why, but it's not. Even though February is a great month, but I agree. But it's the fact that what I've seen coming up, man, you know, the love that I seen lacking in certain parts, and I always wanted to make sure that I was the difference in that, you know, to say, hey, I learned from my dad in the reverse factor of what he didn't do on how to be a man as far as loving my wife, you know, and that's what I take into my relationship. So that's why
my granny loved everybody until you crossed her. So I'm kind of the same way. Unless you cross me, and then you don't want to be on that side. Right.
I admit, you know, I remember you telling me that when we first started dating, and then I got a chance to experience it, and I was like, oh shit, she wasn't playing. you can't take it for granted, man. You can't take it for granted, fellas, and you don't want to get carried and caught up in thinking you can, you know. Like I said, bad enough we're gonna make mistakes anyway, so why add on to the mistakes that we already gonna make, you know what I mean? So it's like, seriously, all of it in a nutshell basically is a part of how you consistently make it, man. It ain't no real one recipe or one move or something that you do, man. It's just an everyday thing. You take this stuff each day at a time, and you just cherish it. Thank God for blessing you with the ones that He blessed you with, and that's the best way I could really put it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm, like I said, I'm happier than I ever could be, and just the thought of when I am by myself and stuff like that, how much I miss my family. Like I do, man. I think I'm getting older.
He's getting older, not me, y'all. Y'all heard that right.
I said older, not old. Okay, it's a difference.
I'm getting fine with the years.
You are, but you getting older. You too. You still look good.
I'm getting fine.
Hey, and they think it's cool right now when they're younger. They think it's cool to get old until they get to that threshold, which is 30. Then it ain't the cool no more.
But we the cool parents because we so young.
Facts. And that's a crazy part about it when you go in places and people looking at your kids like y'all siblings, or like
I'm always
or you go to high school and they got to keep their friends off their parents or whatever.
Don't like us after schools.
It feel weird, but I love it because it's like, okay, all right, we got it, we still got it.
Right.
But it's funny because our kids don't like it at all, man.
At all.
But they got to get over it because they gonna be there one day, and they gonna get a chance to, God's willing to bless them with the same opportunities, except. They
might be a little older.
I was about to say that. Yep, I was just about to say that because they all winning.
They're gonna be a little older than us.
Yes,
but they're gonna be good though.
Facts. They got the right teaching, man. They got the really right teaching. So, like I said, man, we appreciate y'all always tapping in. You know what I mean? We just came to spend some time out our day. We celebrating Lovers Weekend, like I said before. We love y'all. We appreciate all the support that we get from y'all, the new listeners and the old, seriously, And before I go, I just want to say that I do love you, babe.
I love you too, handsome.
Man, I appreciate you being here for me, and supporting.
I want to kill him sometimes. I got his back all the time.
It's a pistol right there and a knife under the bed, so she ain't lying. So, well, seriously, man, we love and we appreciate y'all, man. So I
keep tapping in.
Yes.
But make sure y'all go check out my Instagram.
Yes.
And my TikTok.
Yes.
Braids, the letter N, and things by Monte.
Yes, her hands is magic. Please follow. And for all my Houstonians out there, please continue to tap in and show support. She got the best hands in Houston and in Las Vegas, and she ain't even out there no more.
Period.
So all I'm saying is if you want it done right, come get it done right. You feel me? So on that note, until next time, man, we love y'all. Enjoy y'all day. Have a blessed weekend, and we out. Mwah.